LAWMAN Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. I am having an absolute blast playing this guitar. What we have today is a 2005 Gretsch Tennessee Rose, which is model number 6119 TR, which stands for Tennessee Rose. Now, this is one of the models that was made in Japan, and I set it down in the studio here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, wait a minute. That can't be a 2005. Matter of fact, I called my finder. I said, hey, Dirk, I said, is that Gretsch really a 2005? He goes, well, yeah. And I go, gosh, it looks brand new. And it really, really does. Hard to believe that this guitar in 2 years is going to be 20 years old. I mean, it's absolutely immaculate. I mean, I said, it must be a 2015 at least. He goes, no, 2005. So it's just an unbelievably cool guitar. It's got the Filtertrons, which I like, which, you know, of the Gretsch pickups, these are the ones that I prefer. And it's got the Gretsch Bigsby. And the other thing that I really like about the Tennessee Rose, I was just telling Brian, as opposed to like the Country Gentleman that has all the knobs and so many other things to deal with, you only have a three-way switch on this one. So it's a very simple guitar to operate. You've got, you know, neck pickup, both pickups, and bridge. Then down here you've got a volume, a tone, and you have a master volume. So it's just a very, very simple guitar to operate for those of you who like Gretsch guitars but don't like all the extra stuff on them, which I've always been one of those that goes, you know, there's just all this extra stuff. It also does not have the fake F-holes. It does have the into the guitar F-holes. Some of the Country Gentlemen's have the painted on F-holes, so that's a difference. But the guitar is just immaculate. My finder told me, he says, look, there's a little crack back here, and you can see it. You'll see it in the pictures. It's in the neck heel, and it's only in the finish. So apparently, it's not a crack in the plastic. It's not a crack in the wood. It's not a crack anywhere except in the finish. So I don't know if it got hit or maybe it's just a stress crack or something, but it's only in the finish, and that's the only thing that we could find. I mean, there's some button impressions on the back. There's no buckle rash whatsoever on it, but you know, your buttons will leave some marks once in a while. It's got really cool Grover tuners, the Bigsby, which we talked about, two-pneumatic bridge, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, I also like the Gretsch strap buttons. Those are really, really cool. The guitar plays wonderfully. All I did was change strings on it and clean it up. It had been played a little bit by a pro player here in town who owned the guitar. I think he took it out one time and played it and said, it was great, but you know, he has two other Gretsches, so he didn't need this one. So Gretches have got kind of a very distinct sound in my ear. It's really hard to describe. I mean, you know, they look like a Gibson guitar, but they don't sound anything at all like a Gibson guitar. And it's just very, very distinctive sound. You know, those of us who listen to Chet Atkins all the years playing Gretsch guitars, you know what I'm talking about. It's very, very distinctive. I wish I could thumb pick, and I would do some thumb picking for you, because then you'd really hear the Gretsch sound, but I don't thumb pick. The guitar has a 24.5-inch scale neck. It has a 1 3/4-inch nut, so get your fingers in there. The big-handed guys and finger pickers are going to like that. And it weighs 8 pounds and 1 ounce. Now, I will tell you, for a 1 3/4-inch wide neck, it does not feel wide. It's fairly shallow this way. It's got, more of a D neck, I would say, than a C neck. A C neck would kind of fill out more on the sides. This is more of a D profile, which is probably why the 1 3/4 doesn't feel that wide to me. And for some reason, the guitar doesn't feel that heavy. I guess maybe because it's a hollow body or semi-hollow body. It's got a post right here. Other than that, it looks like it's all hollow. Yeah, there's a post just underneath the bridge, so it's pretty much a hollow body guitar. I would call it semi-hollow. This Bigsby is very, very sensitive. It's really nice. It's some of you got a kind of crank on them, and this one, it's just really nice. And by the way, those of you who aren't very knowledgeable of Bixby's, they go, oh, those Bixby's they throw your guitars out of tune. You know, the Bixby's don't throw your guitars out of tune. There's a way to make sure that you get them back in tune, which I found out later on in life. After you use your Bixby, you give it a little tug up and it resets the tone, or the tuning. So there's a little tip for you guys. We've been playing on the neck position. Let's listen to this just a little more. Back. It's a fun guitar to play. If you've been thinking of a Gretsch, this would be one I would highly, highly, highly recommend for those of you who really haven't gone to the country gentleman, or maybe had a country gentleman really didn't bond with it. Maybe you might want to try one of these. These are really, really cool guitars. Now, my finder also had the brand new case, or not the brand new case, the case that came with the guitar originally. It's the Gretsch case, which we can tell because it says Gretsch right there. So that's good to know. Let's get her open. What do we got in here? Okay, ooh, that's pretty. So it's a TKL case in Burgandy inside. And what do we got in here? Oh, we've got a truss rod adjustment tool, which guitar players, keep your hands off those. Give it to your tech. Let him do it. He's the one who knows how to do it. But yeah, very plushy. The guitar fits in there beautifully. That burgundy finish guitar and this burgundy plush looks absolutely beautiful. Back restraint strap is still with it. I mean, again, it's hard to believe that guitar is 18 years old. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. So, you know what, if you've been looking for a really cool Gretsch, and I was telling Brian too when I posted this up that we just got it, I couldn't believe how many people responded to that. It was one of the highest rated posts I've had, so apparently there's a lot of interest in that Gretsch guitar. So if you're interested, you better grab it quick because I think it's going to go pretty fast, especially once the demo hits. So check out all of our cool guitars at www.lawmanguitars.com. And while you're in our not our Facebook page, our YouTube page, why don't you hit subscribe? That way you don't have to look for me next month. We do 5 of these every month. Do you realize in 10 years we'll have 600 more of these? That's kind of hard to believe, isn't it? We looked it up the other day. We're like over 600. It's like, my goodness, it's a lot of demos for Lawman. But yeah, we do 5 of these every month, which means, let's see, that would be 60 of them every year. Oh, man, we've been busy. So anyway, back to where I was. If you hit subscribe, you don't have to look for me. Every month it'll say, hey, Lawman's got some more demos. You don't have to go look for me every month. And you can just click on it and say, oh, wow, here's some more demos. So, a lot of guys go, I don't like to subscribe. I don't, do that stuff. So this one is very simple. We won't bother you, I promise. We'll only tell you when we have demos. So hit that subscribe button. Brian told me last month over 3 million views of our videos. Come on, you got to be kidding me. So that's pretty amazing. So we appreciate you all so much. We have a blast doing this, and we love finding these cool guitars for my customers. And we discovered doing these demos are just a lot of fun. So we have a good time doing it, but it makes it more fun to know that you enjoy them too. So thanks a lot for watching my demo. I appreciate it. Hope we see you soon. Thanks a lot.